Are we on?
Yeah, we live.
All right, fantastic. This is our debut episode of SKU, Sunday Knuckle Up. Uh,
actually, soon to be called the Knockout Wall of Fame, I guess.
yes. So you know what? We're here to take a look at, not take a look at, but review, I guess, recap some of the fights that went on in the past 24 hours. A couple in particular that I enjoyed. Josh Anderson absolutely leveling eBay in I think it was like the sixth round or something.
Yep,
Absolutely lights out. Boom, guy went down like a bag of hammers.
I never seen somebody's head bounce so hard off a bat ever.
That's true too. So we should be laughing, but that's why we're here.
Big Baby Anderson was exactly what I said he was going to do. I talked about him during the week. I told all you fight fans out there to watch this guy. He was going to come through with that number 8, and he did in perfect fashion, man. He came through. He honestly, I'm surprised. I'm surprised eBay even made it that far, man. He should have stuck to just selling clothes online.
He was a tad bloodied as he was falling like a log. Yeah.
Timber.
Yeah, he was gone, man.
Oh yeah, no. Great fight though. He put up a lot of heart. I watched almost all these damn fights, and that was a very impressive knockout. There was a lot of knockouts.
My top 3 are. I'll go. My second one was Comey. He came out of nowhere from Ghana, of all places. Place I'm familiar with. And he beat Marinas, an absolute flurry of fists, and knocked out in the 6th round there. Marinas went down. Shoot.
Yeah, Comey's coming back off that loss to Teofimo Lopez as well. Right. So and in surprising fashion, he ends up winning the match with the same punch that knocked him out to lose the title.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, but no, Comey looked great, man. Comey came through. I give him top, great praise, man, to come back after a big loss to Teofimo Lopez. I don't know if you've seen any of the prelims, Grant, but Teofimo had a lot to say this weekend, talking about how he's not happy with his promotion company, and there's going to be some big movements if they don't meet his demands. Let's just say that. He's about to tear up the boxing world and jump promotions, I think, because he's not happy with what he's getting. And he went live and said that during the prelims, which there were some great prelims. I don't want to spoil it for the I don't want to spoil it, but there's a couple guys that I'm going to have on my show this week that fought during the prelims. So we're going to save those guys till later. But another amazing fight that I saw was we'll call him Little Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. Came out with a TKO round 5 right at the 3-minute mark. It was a real back and forth fight. He fought Kristen Olivias, and they went back and forth pretty good. A couple combinations landed here and there, both guys. Just round 5, man. Sugar Shane, Mini Shane. He popped him good in the eye a few times, and ref stoppage, round 5 TKO. So the ref wouldn't let it continue. That was a great fight as well, and I was pretty impressed to see Shane Mosley Jr. Coming through with a big W there. Also, another great fight. Did you happen to see the Morgan Fitch and the I think his name is Beckamir Melikuzev from Uzbekistan or something? Oh, that was a great one. Knockout round 3. Round 3 knockout, scheduled for 8 rounds. This was a good fight. These guys went at each other, man. But honestly, Melikuzev was just too much for Morgan Fitch. And, he wasn't intelligently defending himself. He was just taking the shots, and not really answering back with anything. And then takes a low blow at about the 2-minute 8-second mark of the 3rd round. But didn't complain about the low blow, just dropped to the knee, and the ref said, you know what, I think he's had enough. So he just called it right there. So, Melikuzev comes in with a, knockout round 3, round 3, 2 minutes in. It was great fight, but, was kind of weird that the low blow didn't really get called. They didn't give him a chance to come back, but I think the ref just knew that Morgan Fitch just was outclassed and outboxed this weekend, and just he had nothing left in the tank. Any other knockouts that you saw, Graham, that you were impressed with?
I saw the Lara versus Warrington fight.
What
and
a knockout!
And that was not until the 9th round, though. It wasn't an early.
It was not early.
Knockout.
It was not early at all.
9th round knockout, but boy, oh boy. So yeah, so those are my top 3 anyway. So you can fill in the blanks if you want, because
yeah, no. Honestly, that was a great fight. Actually, I was thoroughly impressed with that. I thought Josh Warrington being 30-0 would. He looked like he was outclassed right from the first round, to be honest. And Laura came to win it, man. And he definitely did in a great fashion. I believe Laura dropped Warrington in the 4th round as well. And he was dropped twice in the 9th, I think it was. And then that last one, man, the way he timbered back right into the ropes, like you just I'm going to sleep. Time for bed. Put on the match. Bring in the blankets. Do your backstroke. Yeah, we're sleeping. It was great. No, it was a great fight. Honestly, my hats off to these Warriors this weekend, man. It was huge. Another honest. I don't know if you saw it, but Mold versus Wood, which was a pretty awesome fight actually. That was another 9th round TKO. It was a battle. It was a battle of these little guys, man. These feathers, and they put on a really good show. And my hats off to these guys, man. They really came through. Mold came out with the win in the 9th round. TKO. It wasn't as exciting as all the other ones, so we'll just leave it at that and move on. Because it wasn't as exciting as all the big knockouts, but it was a knockout, and we are bringing these guys on here that do the knockouts.
That's right.
Unfortunately, I was sad to see that the Joseph Diaz stripped of his title because of weigh-in. That's a
weird one. That's a weird one, eh?
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. You're in the bubble. We're all at home doing our thing. We're training. People doing all this. How do you come in overweight when you're the IBF champ? Like, you have an obligation to come through and show up ready to fight. And I just don't think he took Ramakov serious enough. And honestly, from that fight, that was my favorite. I think that was my favorite fight of the weekend, actually, that I watched. Even though there was no knockout, we have a new belt wear, right? Like, Ramakov is now the IBF super feather champ, and that's because Diaz just couldn't come through and do it, man. And he didn't have the chance to do it because he lost it, but he should have came ready to at least bring that fight to Ramakov, but Ramakov brought it to him. Diaz was doing a lot of blocking with no retaliation, and Ramakov is just scoring points, even though they're not breaking through the block. He's still getting hit. He's still racking up those points. He was very busy the whole match. 4 and 5 hit combos, in and out, playing the levels. He had great slipping ability. His lead hands were brilliant. He was doing all the right things, and I'm glad to see this guy come in, 15-0. Now I believe it's 16-0 with 12 knockouts. Now the guy's got the belt. Freddie Roach is his corner man, and veteran Freddie Roach, and it shows it's paying off, man. He put Ramakov on a running schedule, which he never used to do, and it really showed. It really showed with his performance, and it was unfortunate that Diaz, felt that I guess he didn't take it serious enough, and he ends up getting stripped of the title before the match. So that's kind of sad. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board and see where he's going to go from there. Now he's 31-1, so it's unfortunate that it had to happen out that way. There was a lot of good fights, but we know we're only going to talk about these knockouts. There wasn't really too much else going on. I've got some good prelim guys that I'm going to talk about this week. So all you fight fans out there, don't worry, I've got some good guys lined up. I'm very impressed with the stables that these promotion companies have. These young kids, man, they're coming in here and they're pouring their heart out and they're doing everything right, and they're making for exciting fights. We also just heard the Mexican super fight is being put on. Joe Smith Jr. versus Vlasov, and that's supposed to be huge, I think. Or sorry, that's not the Mexican supercard. Sorry, that was the COVID-19 testing. That sucks. Vlasov tested positive for COVID-19, so that match didn't happen this weekend. That would have been a good one. But there is a Mexican super fight coming up, and I believe it is. Oh, it is. I want to say, Berchelt versus Valdez. This is supposed to be going on next weekend. This is going to be a huge fight, Graham. You need to watch this one. You got Berchelt 38-1 versus Valdez 28-0, and it's for it's one of those fights that's going to go down in history, I believe. So, fight fans, you're out there watching. Trust me, check it out. There's a lot of big fight. There's three more events this weekend on the 20th. I know that. They always seem to come in threes. We were supposed to have 3 this weekend, but unfortunately, that test for COVID-19 kind of ruined that big match there. But yeah, we got 3 more matches this weekend. We'll talk about it throughout the week, and then we'll recap it again on Sunday for all our fans that are watching now and who will be checking out this video. These are some awesome fights, Graham. Those are all the knockouts that I want to talk about.
Yeah, man.
And, you know how it goes. Yeah, definitely. I love watching these guys hit the floor. eBay was my favorite, honestly. eBay was my favorite.
Yeah.
It was like watching one of those logging shows where they cut down trees, man.
Yeah.
Just that action. Yeah. Click. Yeah, man. He was ready for bed before he hit the mat. But eBay doesn't have all the experience, right? He doesn't have all that experience. And let's be real. My boy Big Baby there, man, he's been in that bubble and fought five or 6 times in 2020. So he's fresh.
Yeah,
he's fresh. He's ready to do it. He's ready to do it.
You called it, man.
So, yeah, man, I called that.
It was worth watching, and it was worth watching the big boy fall down.
Yeah. There were a lot of good fights. There were a ton of good fights. My shout out to Reese Mold with that 9th rounder. And then we got Anderson. Come on, Lacomi KO. That was another good one as well. I'm glad to see.
Yeah, that was.
It was good to see him come back. Little Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. He came with that TKO. Good for him. Adds another win to his belt. It was just great, man. And then Warrington and Laura, like, wow, I didn't think Warrington was going to go down like a ton of bricks like that, man.
Yeah,
but, it seemed that he was, it seemed that it was destined. Honestly, there was one point there that after it was in a hard round, and I watched Warrington, he ends up like giving the guy praise, like, "Hey, good round for beating the shit out of me." Like, wow, I didn't know you were going to beat the crap out of me this good. And then they come on the next round, he's getting dropped like a sack of potatoes, man. It was great. It was great. Fight fans, what a great weekend for boxing. I wish you guys would have all watched it. If you didn't, check it out, man. You can check it out on any platform out there. Watch these knockouts. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Graham, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and bringing your favorite knockouts. My favorite knockouts. Fight fans, you love it, man. View it, like, and share it. This is Mike at 4. Knuckle Up on Sunday. On Sunday, bringing you the recap of the fights from the weekend. Jab that like, hook, subscribe, knock those comments out. You know what it is, man. Knuckle Up at 4 o'clock. Mike Orr.
Thanks, Mikey.